If you're serious about offshore fishing, and I mean really serious, then maybe you want one of these. This is a Smart Fish 25. It's built from aluminium. It's 6mm thick in the hull, and the rest of it is 4mm. It is absolutely super, super tough and designed to go offshore, irrespective of the weather, and just get out there and go fishing. It's actually quite a fast boat as well. It's got a Suzuki outboard engine, 300 horsepower. That's giving it about 40 knots flat out and cruising at 30. So it really does cover the ground. And this particular one, obviously you can lay these out how you want, but this one is really set up with fishing in mind. So if we step on board, you've got things like, right at the back here, there's a live bait well underneath here. In fact, there's even a little window there as well, so you can keep an eye on it without opening it up. These are rod holders dotted around the place, so you've got plenty of places to put your fishing rods. And then up here as well, you can see you can store your rods up along the top. Got radar up on top of it. This is quite interesting. This has got all the fish finding equipment actually out here in the cockpit. That's linked up to the Raymarine inside. So you've got that you can refer to while you're out here. It's got a non-slip floor on it. As I say, it really is set up absolutely for some serious fishing. But what's interesting, I think, is when we go inside, because check this out. Now, this is designed so that when it's rough, you just don't need to slow down. Look at these seats. They were telling me they took this boat from Portsmouth to Cowes in a 4.7 and they did it in 20 minutes. I mean, it is a properly fast and capable boat. And what's interesting is these seats, they're shock mitigating seats, so they have some serious suspension. But what's interesting is that this is a measuring device. And what this does is it's measuring the G-shock loadings of the boat. It's also measuring the G-shock loadings of the seat. And it's putting those up on the display up here. You can see it. Whilst it's green, all is well. If it starts going orange, then you're starting to get close to the limits of what's comfortable for people on board. You get up into the red, you need to start slowing down. So basically, it's monitoring all the time how much shock it's putting through the crew and whether that's safe. And so that when you're driving the boat, you can keep the speed up, but you know if things are starting to get a little bit uncomfortable in terms of sort of physical health, that lets you know. There's seats back here as well, and they're on both sides. And then in the floor you can see these traps. These are just down to the hull and fittings like the transducers, for example, you can see there through the hull. And all that kind of thing. If we head forward again, so up here at the helm, this is quite neat. They've put controls on here, so you've got your Raymarine screens. In fact, they said they're going to modify these so they'll tilt up a bit nearer so you can see the driver. But rather than having to reach out and actually push the buttons on here, which you can imagine if you're doing 40 knots through some big seas is quite difficult, they have remote controls on here. So this actually, you can hit the home screen and then you can actually use this then, there we go, to actually control the screen that's up there. That's giving you engine instrumentation up on the top, but everything then is controlled from there, even things like the wiper. So that little button there, you'll see if I touch that, you get a quick wipe. So if you're out at the helm and you're driving and you're punting through some big seas, you can just keep touching that. You're not groping around on the dash looking for a wiper switch. You've got sliding windows, so you can get plenty of air into here. And again, the throttle mounted actually on the seat so that when you're sat in here, you're not kind of reaching forward for it. It's right there. It's all designed for ultimate use. It's absolutely fantastic, I think. Another screen over here for the navigator, and again they've got their own independent controls, and again of course it's a shock mitigating seat. And then if we come forward again, this one is set up just with a bit of a storage area in here, but because these are aluminium they can build these pretty much how you like. So what you could do is bring this bulkhead back a bit, make this area a bit smaller, a bit more room in there for sleeping or maybe a toilet or whatever else you wanted to have in there. But for this one, it's all about a pro fishing team getting in here, strapping in and getting offshore fast and doing the business. I mean, that is proper purpose made, isn't it? Remarkable piece of kit. So there you go. That is the Smart Fish 25. I'll put a link to these guys in the description. And if you're interested in some ultimate fishing, check them out. As ever, huge thanks to you guys for watching, and we'll catch you on another one of these very soon. Take care. Bye-bye.